Hey, welcome back. Thank you for coming back for this second part of my yearly video about A.C.E. curriculum. So in the first video, I went through two categories of things I really appreciated about A.C.E. this year. One was government and politics, and the other was Christian living. Now in today's video, I'm going to go through the second two categories, working hard and developing good work habits, and history through a Christian worldview. All right, so let's get started with working hard and developing good work habits. My first example is from Science 1057, page 10. Okay, this is Racer talking, and he said, "There were times during the quarter when I really did not want to work in my paces," thought Racer. "My mind wanted to wander, but I made myself work anyway. Then I found I was making it a habit of working without letting my mind wander." And he goes on to say how that helped him. So this was a huge help for my daughter. Her mind tends to wander. She gets it from me. And there's just something about reading it for yourself or hearing it from what feels like a friend that really can impact us. I might teach her the same thing, and it is helpful, but to read it on her own level from somebody her age just really does wonders. And she told me how much this helped her to train her mind to focus on her work and not to wander. So I'm thankful that she was able to learn that from her curriculum. Okay, so the next example in the working hard and good work habits category is my youngest Tucker, his critical thinking. So in the kindergarten curriculum and also into the first grade, you do a lot of processing out loud with the supervisor or the mom if you're homeschooling. And I noticed that because we did kindergarten and first grade with A.C.E., which I didn't with my older two children, it's very natural for him to discuss new thoughts with me. It comes very naturally for him to think critically about a situation or something new he's learning about and just openly discuss it with me. I think that's very common in many children probably, but I do notice it more in him than my other kids, and I can't help but wonder if that was the foundation of kindergarten and first grade, the way that A.C.E. lays out that curriculum to dialogue about situations and how to handle things and what we think will happen next. So I'm really seeing that come out in him now that he's older. Okay, so the last example in this category is Math 1056, page 40, which I believe is 5th grade. There are some really fun math challenges that my daughter Kennedy likes because they're fun and competitive, and it just makes what could be boring pages really something she looks forward to doing. So let me show you. So this is at the end of the PACE, just before the self-test, and they have these review questions, and depending on how many they got right, they either have their race car at the try harder, the good job, or the finish line. And she said I got 17 right, and she thought that was really fun that she got the good job. So little things like that really help to make math fun, which can be challenging at times. So she told me how much she appreciated that. Right, so this is the last category, and I just have one main example to share with you. This is history through a Christian worldview. So this is Social Studies 103.2, and on page 6, it says history is God's story about past time. I think that's an excellent way for us to look at history. On page 8, the child is learning about the letters B, C, and A.D. and what those mean. They're learning history through the lens of Christ. It says, Jesus is the one who changed all of history. Jesus changed history when he took on himself the sin of the world and died on the cross for all people. Jesus has changed many, many lives for good. Jesus has changed all of history. That ties into learning BC and AD. And then I really also love that this section on Israel is important in history. Israel is also so important in current events, and so it's really great for the kids to be learning about the history of Israel and why we should care about it. So let me read part of it. The land of Israel is small, but the land of Israel is very important in history. Israel is important in history because it was the home of Jesus Christ when he was on earth. Today, Jerusalem is the home of many Jews. Jews are special people to God. The land of Israel and the city of Jerusalem are very special places to God. And then the curriculum goes on to dive into that more. And I just felt like that was such a good introduction to why we should care about Israel's history and what is going on there today. All right, so that's all I have for you. I thank you for joining us. I hope that you had a wonderful school year also, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.